Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Flesh and Blood stream. Tonight, we are going to be talking about Super Slam spoilers. We are going to be playing some Verdance games, and most importantly, we're going to have a good time tonight. Thanks for being here. Let's say hi to everybody before we get started. Mekado, Bing, Hellspawn, Ben, Skunk, Rose, Ewan, and Martin. Guys, thank you so much for being here. What is up, everybody? Also, while we were doing our intro, Hellspawn, thank you so much for the Prime sub over on Twitch. I really appreciate that. It means a whole bunch. If you guys came by yesterday, and I'm going to take a step out on a ledge and say that you probably did based on our viewer count, you came by and you saw my spoiler yesterday overturn the results. If you didn't get to catch it live, there is a video out there. I also put out a YouTube short talking about it, so you guys probably get a chance to see it that way. But yeah, I was super excited to get a spoiler for the first time. It was really cool. Thank you so much to everybody who come by and supported. Even if you were just here for the first time to see the spoiler, I really appreciate you guys chilling and hanging out. It meant a lot. It's a really cool experience and good thing to get to be a part of. Yo, Bing, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Appreciate that a whole bunch. Hey, Dave, what's up, buddy? Martin said, "Welcome to the Verdant stream where we touch grass and light up the leaves." Hell yeah, those are the jokes we're talking about. That's what we're looking for right there. I love it. I was here and voted the name correctly. Yo, Martin, let's go. That's awesome, dude. I love that. I love that so much. Skunk says, so about this limit environment, I swear it's going to be extra grindy this time. I think this will probably be a pretty grindy format. The one thing that I think might actually help close games out here, Skunk, though, is the intimidate factor. It seems like there's some pretty good intimidate cards in this set, so I think depending on how much of that we see in what classes, it might be pretty easy to end games in specific setups. So, I don't know. Missing the ninja content, been away for Fab for a few months. Anything anything for the go again? Oh, that's so funny. I love it. If you guys have not seen spoilers today, has actually been quite a few spoilers today. Now, I'm pretty sure that today was Tuffnut Day. And I think all of the spoilers had dropped to this point, if I remember correctly. I think all of them have dropped. If we get to a point and more are dropping, please let me know. I would absolutely love to pull it up on screen and talk about it. Excuse me. I have saved copies of all of the cards that were spoiled today so that we can talk about them. I want to spend a few minutes talking about all of the Tuffnut cards, what I think Tuffnut could look like, kind of like just go through some of the pieces here, and just kind of discuss some of those things. And then we're going to talk about Verdance, and then we're going to be playing Verdance games later on here. I will be playing the list that has a lot of leaves in it in the open CCQ. So if you're looking to get some Verdance reps in, come play against me. I would love to get the reps in and play. Hey, Bozen, what's up, buddy? Rock looking more real? It's very possible. It's very possible that the Rock could be a real thing that we have to deal with. Hey, Prince, what's up, buddy? Bozen Games coming by. Hey, what's up, man? All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at our first spoiler here. So this is one of the ones that was released more recently. I think this was Arsenal Passes, if I remember correctly. It's called Jaws of Victory. It is a 2-for-6 that blocks 3. It is Revered Brute, which I think is important, and we're going to talk about why. When this attacks a hero, if you have less life than them, the crowd cheers you. If you've been cheered this turn, this gets go again. This works really well in Tuffnut because like you have like a pretty decent ability to be able to like block with a card. You could attack with this, give it go again, do the cheer effect from Tuffnut, and then if you have like an E-Pod in play or something, or I guess you could activate like his ability, you could still swing the Rock afterwards, which is pretty cool. So Jaws of Victory actually looks to be pretty good. We're going to talk about Rock here in just a few minutes. I'm not sure if Rock is real or if Rock's just meme, to be honest, but we're going to talk about it here in just a minute. I think this card's super good. Like, just the fact that, like, you have a 2-for-6 that, like, you know, triggers, like, a part of your hero effect. You have a 2-for-6 that has potential go again in the Brute class. It blocks efficiently. This card, like, checks all of the boxes and does all of the things that we want to be doing. So I think it fits pretty well into the class and really, like, what Tuffnut is probably looking to do. I mentioned just a minute ago that like it's possible that like the Rock is just a meme or like maybe there's something real there. I don't know. We're gonna take a look and see how some of the cards look and what we think Tuffnut could look like. I gotta be honest, based off what I've seen, it kind of seems like Rock is a meme so far, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Tasty Brute cards? Hey, Trent, what's up, dude? Hey, Liam. What other weapon would you want to use? I think Romping Club would be perfectly fine. I think Romping Club could be like perfectly okay depending on like what the class ends up looking like. I don't know, like it does fit well into like playing the Rock, and maybe it's possible that Rock is actually just like the absolutely correct thing to play. I don't know, but either way, I think this card is absolutely insane. I think this card is going to be really, really powerful. By the way, guys, these are not in any specific order. We're just kind of going through and looking at them all as they have just come out with all the spoilers today. Hey, Jay, Annabelle, what's going on, guys? No Hero Stands Alone. This is a yellow that costs 3. It attacks for 6 and blocks for 0. Notice it does not have, like, there is a value there of 0, which is important. While this is in any zone, if you've controlled a toughness token this turn, this gets +3 and ambush. So we can actually create a 3 block with ambush, which is insane. When this defends, clash with the attacking hero. The winner may choose an attacking or defending card to get -3 attack or -3 defense this chain link. This card is really cool. I love this card a lot. You have the ability to like ambush a Command and Conquer with this, potentially win a clash, and then block out Command and Conquer for 1 card. This is such a cool design. No Hero Stands Alone is probably, in my opinion, like the coolest card we've seen so far. Like the fact that like it clashes lines up pretty well with like what Brute is doing and like what I think Tuffnut's probably looking to do. So I don't know. Like I think this card's really cool. This card feels absolutely insane. You'll notice that this is a revered action, and it's not just a revered like Brute action. So maybe there's a weird world where this, you know, is played in Pleiades as well. I don't really know how toughness tokens work in Pleiades and if they're going to be that good. So it's possible that this is honestly just going to be a Tuffnut card. But either way, I also think this card is absolutely insane. Yeah, it blocks 6 if you win, which is why I was talking about being able to like block out a Command and Conquer, which I think is super, super powerful. Yeah, so for anybody who might have missed it just a second ago, I was just talking about how I feel like this card has the powerhouse to be absolutely insane. If you like had a toughness token, or you have a toughness token, right? Like let's say you had one, right? And you have this in Arsenal, and your opponent throws a Command and Conquer at you. You can ambush this to be able to block with it from Arsenal. And then if you win the clash against them, you also get the -3 power so that you're able to, so that you're able to block Command and Conquer off of 1 card, which is really, really powerful. They've really leaned into like giving these Brute cards, like these Brute classes, some of these cards that like do additional things here. I can't remember what the last one was called, but there was a yellow block 6 that you had to discard a card to be able to like when you attacked or blocked with it. I think this card's extremely better, but I feel like this is a much better version of what we were looking at. So honestly, from what I've seen so far, No Hero Stands Alone looks to be like probably one of the better Brute cards that I've seen so far. I have a ride after LL testing. You're still testing LL? I'm just kidding. Clash is so interesting in Tuffnut since it lets you plan your turn better. You know what's getting pitched? Yeah, absolutely. If it requires toughness, it will go up to 4 if it's the only blocking card. Sure, so if it's the first blocking card, right? Because toughness is the next thing you block with, I'm pretty sure. So if this is the only card to block, then yes, it would block for 4. But this could be like later in a chain link or like later in the turn where you're looking to do this, and maybe you already utilize the token. So yeah, this card has a lot of very, very high potential. I think this card has a lot of very good potential and can be doing very, very powerful things. When M's are yellow, they are typically really strong. Completely agree, Andrew. Yes. Thick Hide Hunter. Yes, thank you, Jersey. I appreciate that. That is actually what I was thinking of. Thick Hide Hunter is a card I was thinking of. I'm 3-0 in Icelander and 3-0 on Chain tonight. Smug face. Listen, don't make me bust out Aurora. I ain't scared of you. Don't make me bust out Aurora, dude. We get your dragons out of here. I know you didn't mention that at all, but I have to just like, be a smug prick about it. It's what I do. All right, Smash with Big Rock is a 2-cost, 6-power brute action. Now, you will notice this is a brute action. Cards defending this cannot gain power. Or, I'm sorry, cannot gain defense. Not being able to gain defense is actually pretty insane. I don't know. Like, this feels pretty good in Goliath. Ooh, I left him 3 rocks, and he chose the biggest one. By brute standards, that grunts a master weaponsmith, Victor Goldmane. Amazing. Amazing. This is so awesome. I don't know how good this card's going to be, to be honest. A yellow that doesn't block is like kind of... To quote Jamie Tart on this one's kind of poopy. I don't know, like, not being able to block is pretty tough. The 2 for 6 cost works pretty well at yellow, but like not blocking feels pretty tough. I don't know. It's tough. Just conveniently don't talk about what those dragons did to you when you played Briar. I don't remember playing Briar into you, Annabelle. That must have been somebody else, because couldn't have been me. Couldn't have been me. So, I don't know. Smash with Big Rock could be good. I would honestly lean more on people who play Brute for this card. I don't know. It doesn't stand out to me. It's like an absolute all-star. But it seems like it could see play. I don't know. Yeah, sure. So, I mean, a 2 for 6 Brute card does fit the bill pretty well. And it's a yellow, so it has function. I guess that's true. Like, you could pitch this to something else. You could also just attack with it. So, I don't know. I guess my concern with this card is that you only get 3 cards with Tuffnut. So, drawing a card that doesn't block seems like a really big downfall here. I don't know. Maybe I haven't really considered this card's application enough here, to be honest. I don't know. It's possible I'm overlooking this card. Visit the Boneyard is a brute instant. There is no blocking value here. So you are noticing that even though the Guardian cards have the ability, the Guardian instants have the ability to block 3, these do not. Put a card with 6 or more power from your graveyard on top of your deck. Create a Vigor token. I mean, you're trading a card for a card on top of your deck, and it's just 6 or more power, and you create a Vigor token. I mean, yo. Trent said, hey girl, want to visit the Boneyard? LOL. Oh. Making a Fatigue Brute. Print a bunch of Brutes with no block. Classic LSS. Exactly. I don't know. I'm going to defer to other people on this one, but I don't think this card's worth its salt. Let's see. Do I have Zoom it turned on? I do not. So one thing I want to pull up and I want to talk about here with you guys for a second. God, Taryn's been on the desk. There's cat hair all over my keyboard. Curses. Children, I swear. Children. You can't do anything with them. One thing I want to talk about with this card is, like, look at the borders on these cards. Like, I really like this a lot. Like, this whole, like, just, like club, like, spiked club theme border, I think is really, really cool. I don't know. Like, it feels, honestly, pretty cool. I like this quite a bit. Put Savage Beatdown on top into Blood Rush 5-head. I mean, I don't know. So Trent just said it's okay, and I feel like that's probably pretty accurate, right? I don't know. Like, this card seems fine, but it doesn't seem like insane to me. I don't know. Like, it seems like it could be okay, but it honestly kind of looks like draft chaff more than anything. I don't know. Yeah, I really like the whole, like, Savage Lands border thing. It's really neat. I really like that a whole bunch. Next up is this. Will of the Crowd. It is a revered block. Blocks for 2. When this defends, if you've been cheered this turn, defending action cards get +3 this chain link. So, this is pretty cool. I like that it's a blue. I like that it doesn't block more, right? So you have this, like, oh wait, it's this chain link. So it's specifically if you need to block something super tall, right? So like I guess if you need to defend some, I mean we're talking about playing limited in like a brute and guardian set, so it's basically like trying to block tall is going to be a pretty big thing here. Defending action cards get +3. You also have to find a way to cheer defensively, like at instant speed. Do either of the heroes give you the revered heroes? Do they give you the ability to cheer at instant speed? Hang on, we'll come back to my Verdance deck here in just a minute. Pitch the top card of your deck. If it has 6 or more power, the crowd cheers you. Okay, so you do have the ability there. And Pleiades. Okay, so I mean, I guess you do. You have this like instant speed way to like be cheered. So you can make this happen if you're like willing to set it up and make some things happen. Will of the Crowd could be pretty good. This is another one of those cards that kind of almost just like strikes me as like draft chaff. I don't know. Like it could make its way into some decks depending on what we're playing. I also want to take a minute to like point out like the border here. Like the border is super cool on this as well. Maybe this is like we haven't seen this border before, right? I don't think I've ever seen this one. Like this is the like feels like it has to be like a revered border is what we're looking at, but it's really cool. And honestly, like look at all the detail on like the art here, like in the background. I don't know. I really like the art on this card. So far from what I've seen, this kind of like stands out as like one of my favorite art cards of the set. Like it really stands out to me. Like the whole like light shining in on this person here. I don't know. Let's see what this flavor text says. At Super Slam, even the lowliest fighter can be lifted to greatness by the rousing chants of the teeming crowds. Yo, that's a dope flavor text. Oh, it's Olympia's border? Okay. I wonder if the name of the guy on the picture is Will. Will? Why would it be Will? I'm curious, Liam. Why would it be real? The revered and reviled border are alternate versions of the arena border. See Olympia for the basic version. Yeah, I can tell you guys know way more about the borders of cards than I do. You guys are so much more prepared for this conversation than I am. All right, this is one that's a little blurry, but we're going to take a look at this one too. This is a 3-cost blue 6. So it's a blue 6. It is revered brute action though. So it is revered brute. Instant, discard this, create a toughness and a vigor token. Or it's a 6 power 0 block. Now, the one thing I will say, this is really cool. Yeah, dude. Because it's the will of the crowd. Is that what that card was called? Oh, that would make so much sense, dude. Man, I'm telling you, you guys make these jokes, dude, and they just like whew, right over my head, dog. Right over my head. So wind up the crowd. I think this card's really cool. I don't know, like the ability to make a toughness and a vigor token is pretty sweet. I like that it's not just like brute's not like just excuse me. I like that brute's not just 100% leaning into like mites and things like that. So I think it's pretty cool that, you know, like it's toughness and vigor tokens this time around. I know that like, you know, it was very heavily like might and agility for brute and heavy hitters. So it's cool that they're doing other things with it. The other thing that stands out about this to me is that like, you know, if you've played KO before, you're already aware of this interaction, but even though Wild Ride is a 6, like red Wild Ride is a 6 power attack, it does not have a blocking value, so you cannot block with it as a popper. Wind up the crowd being a blue 6 means that if we're like in an illusionist heavy meta, Phantasm is not really going to be a problem. I don't know. Like, this is kind of cool. Like, I like that we're doing this whole like no block thing. It's pretty cool. It's pretty entertaining to me to like see how these cards fit into the deck. Jack Hydra says rock playable 10 out of 10 card. Okay, do you actually think that, or are we trolling? If you actually think that, that's cool. I just want to know why. Ooh, you can also block with it alongside Will. Ooh, so Will of the Crowd may actually be insane because it's going to pump up a bunch of cards like this to be able to block for a bunch. That would be cool. I wanted this for Levia. Oh, this would be an awesome Levia card, Liam. This would be an awesome Levia card. Hey, Sam, what's up, dude? By looking only at the border, and they were right. Ooh, you can sort cards by looking only at the border. I've never thought about it that way, but I kind of like where that's at, Andrew. Huh. Nice, that's cool. Toughness is a bonkers card effect. Also, Vigor helps you run the cool yellows. That's true. The Vigor does help you run the cool yellows. I don't know. I think this is really cool. And something that I didn't really talk about yesterday with my spoiler, but I'm very glad that they're coming back with super rares. I don't know what the like underlying opinion on this is, but I think it's cool to have like a different rarity of cards. It probably makes it harder to open them in this set, but I do really like that. I do really like that they have like multiple different things here. So revered brute cards. Damn, I wish this was normal brute. I mean, yeah, I think that's a normal reaction, Chris. I get that. The block 0 means it can use toughness tokens for small attacks. It does. Yep, absolutely, Twimbo. Little like the drinks, but also a 6 power. Little like the drinks. Yo, I feel like I'm having a stroke trying to like read your message, Prince. I'm sorry, man. I'm like having a stroke trying to read this. Also, Sam, what's up, dude? This is not playable in Levia. Levia is so cringe. Dude, Levia is not cringe. Get out of here, dog. Levia is cool. I'd play Levia if I was better at the game. I don't know if you guys remembered the Levia stream, but I think I went like 1-7. Reinforce the line is going to get pretty good stonks here in this set. I do agree. All right, Show of Strength. This card gets -1 for each card with 6 or more power defending it. So this is a 2 for 8 that blocks 3. It is a brute action. This is an instant KO card, I feel like. How dare you? She's my creepy lady. Oh, man. I said this isn't playable in the Via, and that is cringe. Oh, well, Annabelle, you should make it more clear. Clearly, this is on you, not me. Like, I don't do things wrong. I'm in front of the camera, dog. It's not how it works. Come on, Annabelle. It's just like that Briar game. It never happened. Or actually, the 2 Briar games never happened. At least, that's what I would say if we played Briar games. Oh, love that Brute gets Fixed Phantasm. That's fair. I actually kind of like that. Fixed Phantasm is really cool. Show of Strength is nutty. I actually think this card's insane. Show of Strength is probably the best Brute card we've seen from Super Slam so far. Being able to have a 2-card 8 that blocks 3, and its downside is only against other decks that have attacks with power 6 or greater, is really good into other aggro decks, or maybe mid-range decks that like don't go as tall as some other decks. So I think Show of Strength has a really good shot to see play in probably in Rhinar, KO off the top of my head, like OG KO. It's probably played in all of the Brutes across. It might be played in Levia too. Like, I don't know. This card seems really good just as a 2-card 8. I like Show of Strength a lot. This card seems like, honestly, one of the better cards like we've seen so far. Like, it feels like it fits into the deck pretty well here. Let's see. Write that down so I don't forget. I'm trying to take notes of things that I talk about during the stream so I can remember to go back and talk about it.
Go. You love to see
Hey, Eric Onge. Thank you so much for the sub on YouTube. I appreciate that a whole bunch. It means a lot.
Freaking go.
Hey, Jack the Hydra. Thank you so much for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate that a whole bunch. Guys, if you are here for the first time and you're new to the channel, or maybe you've been around but you've never heard these questions, we got 3 questions we ask everybody when they're new. They are, what's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Tell me about yourselves in the chat. I would love to know you guys. Also, if you're in the Discord and you'd like to answer those questions more permanently, you can navigate to the general chatting section and find the cool form that Trent created for us, and I can see all of your responses that way. Basically, swing big but no downside into ninjas. I mean, yeah, like you don't have to worry about giving up the Quicken token, right? It's just 3 more copies of swing big. Yeah, that makes sense. Show Strength definitely feel like it replaces Swing Big and Leviathan. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. Like, you might be willing to, like, to Chris's point, you might be willing to, like, give up cards like Command and Conquer to be able to, like, play those, like, to be able to, like, play other just, like, high-powered attacks that, like, actually fit in with, like, Blood Rush Bellow and other things. I don't know. It could be possible. Good-Natured Brutality. A 2-cost yellow. It attacks for 6 and blocks for 0. When this defends, if you have no cards in hand, it gets +6 and the crowd cheers you. So basically, this has to be the last card to cheer you. I'm sorry, this has to be the last card you defend with. Or there's a world where your opponent, like, intimidates you a bunch of times. So, like, if your opponent is playing Lyeth and they intimidate you twice, and you have this in another card, and they're coming in for, like, you know, like hammer for 10 or like something crazy, you have the ability to just, like, block with this and block with something else and get your card back. Or I guess technically you'd have to be intimidated once. I don't know. This feels pretty good. Also, like, with Rock, like, if you're playing Rock in Tuffnut, I guess, like, you can just block with your whole hand and block a freaking ton. This is really cool. This card's actually pretty sweet. Hey, Xeno, what's going on? My favorite card of the set is this guy. I mean, this is a pretty cool card. I think Good-Natured Brutality is pretty sweet. You know, blocking for 6 with 1 card and the crowd cheers you is pretty awesome. This stands out as a card that will probably see a good play. Why play Rock? Just play mono yellow. Didn't Trent come up with a, like, mono yellow Rock list that was, like, doing some cool things? I think Trent came up with something like that, didn't he? Or maybe it was like Romping Club. Maybe it was like all yellow Romping Club or something. I can't remember. We love Carrion Husk block rate. Oh, that's so accurate. That's so accurate. Reminds you of Thickhide Hunter? Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. Ooh, Medex might be better. I could see Medex being pretty cool. I don't know. We're gonna talk. We're gonna, like, dive into, like, Tuffnut a little bit here before we move forward. And this is the last card that I had to talk about today. Is Song of Sinew. Sinew? I don't know. Reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Your next attack this turn gets +X, where X is the number of cards with 6 or more power revealed this way. Put them back in any order. This card is absolutely insane. Sinew. Okay, thank you so much, Dehuv. I appreciate that. I actually really, really like this card a lot. I think this card does a lot of the things you're looking to do. If you are on a deck that's playing as many 6s as possible and you're trying to play, like, you know, like some weapon-oriented game plan or something like that. Like, so imagine a world with me here for just a minute where you're able to play Song of Sinew and you reveal 4 6s, right? And you're able to put them back in any order. You can put a blue back on top. You can activate Tuffnut to flip the top card over and come in with Rock for 11, which is actually kind of insane because that means you probably blocked 6 and then you were able to attack for 11 off of 3 cards. How nutty is that? I don't know. I just think that's really, really nutty. I think this card's really good. It sets up for next turn, letting you, like, pitch in the correct order or, like, put things back how you want to, and you're able to just activate, like, Tuffnut and do, like, a literal 1-card 11. I think this card's insane. This card, like, honestly, this card might be good enough to, like, see play in KO. I don't know. Like a yellow 0 for 4? You're playing Ravenous Rabble, but at yellow. Now, it is a miss, which is tough. It being a miss is tough. Like, I'm not gonna, like, just sit here and hide from that in any way. But if you were to play this in, like, OG KO, I think you have a real chance to, like, maybe replace this with, like, Cast Bones in some number, at least in, like, offensive matchups, and maybe just get super aggressive. So, I don't know. Like, setup Rhinar Blood Rush Bellows as well. Yeah, that's also a very good play. So this card has a lot of value. You know what? I take it back. I think this is my favorite card. Song of Sinew might be my favorite card I've seen so far. First off, the art is like super cool. Like, I don't like, what is this like? I don't know, like fighting spirits or like that's going on around in the art here. And you've got this like, I don't like warrior lady with like super long claws, like doing some kind of ritual dancing. I don't know. Like, this is really cool. I think this card is very like thematic. It fits very well. I like the fact that it's a super rare, so I like this card a lot. Oh, I did not have enough water today, I could tell. But yeah, so I mean, I think this card fits super well. Like, this card's really cool. She reminds me of the Dyadic Carapace lady. Dyadic Carapace lady. You know what? Like, the purple is a very different vibe, but I definitely see what you're talking about, Tehuv. I get it a little bit. Yeah, I like the purple, don't get me wrong, definitely gives like Runeblade vibes more than anything, but like you swap some colors around there, and I actually kind of like I kind of see what you're talking about. I don't know. That makes a lot of sense. All right, so let's talk about Tuffnut and where we feel like Tuffnut is going to be coming out with. I don't know. Like let's talk about this and like how it fits. Someone doesn't own an EA Carapace? Yo, you don't want to play this game with me, Jay. I have like almost max rarity Aurora deck. It's like it's pretty like one of the only things I don't have is EA Gone in a Flashes. I do not own EA Gone in a Flashes. Next card in the arc is Cauldron of Brew. Yo, what? I want Brute to be good, so Tuffnut is S tier. You know, honestly, I would like to see a meta where Brute is good. It's been a while since we've seen like a good Brute meta, so I think I want it. The artwork on this card looks like Eternal Witness. Ooh. It kind of does look like Eternal Witness, actually, now that you say that, Ram. I kind of like that. Kind of like that. I'll Bling War you aggro. You're Aurora Ving versus my Vincent Bling. I'm down for that. That could be fun, dude. Jay, what's the next big event you're going to? We'll do it. Himmel said, I heard max rarity and I came running. Himmel, I'm about to be in your DMs trying to buy max rarity Aurora shit because I can't back up my bolstering claims. Hey, TCG Chad in the house. Let's go, dude. Brute is always good. What do you mean? Oh, dude. I love that Himmel just like randomly shows up at the best times in the chat ever, dude. It's so much fun. That's awesome. Bring on a relevant Brute and Guardian meta. Honestly, I think that's a great place to be at. All right, so let's talk about Tuffnut here. Tuffnut, Bumbling Hulkster. What a cool name, first off. Like, you seem like a Lyeth player. Yo, if you're talking about me, Himmel, I will be playing Lyeth. Like, Himmel, I'm just telling you right now, dude. I know I hit you up for some like very irrational requests that are like very quick turnaround times. But I just need you to know, I'm buying 2 cases. I'm probably buying, I don't know if I'm buying 1 or 2 cases yet, but I'm buying at least 1 case of this set. And whatever I don't open, I'm about to be hitting you up for, like probably in rainbow foils, because I want to have foil Lyeth ready to go. So just know, you about to be getting messages and I'm about to just be like throwing you money. It's going to be ridiculous here soon, dude. Himmel looking to go minus on his EA inventory. Yeah, I need Lyeth day 1. I do. I don't run from it. I don't hide from it. I'm getting my case or my 2 cases, and then after that, I'm going to be in Himmel's inbox like, more soup, please, sir. Like, looking to buy cards from this guy. 100%. And I'm not shamed. Am I going to Montreal this weekend? I am not going to Montreal this week, and I really wish I was. If you want the truth, if I had not used so much PTO from work going to London, Vegas, and Singapore, I'd be in Canada this weekend, but I just can't pull it off this weekend. Abel said, I'll get the money gun ready. Yo, dog. Oh. I have a sneaking suspicion that Reviled KO is gonna be nuts. Oh, that'd be cool. I'd like to see Reviled KO be really good. I 100% need a Lyeth Seismic Surge. I need a Lyeth something. Like, so honestly, what I need a Lyeth Might token is what I need. I need a Lyeth Might token is what I need. If I open Cold Foil Lyeth, yeah, if there is like Marvel Lyeth, just know I'll probably buy it. Like, no reflex. It'll just be like money jammed right at people. Yeah, actually, Martin, if we could do, is there any way to do like a rush order on like a Lyeth? Like a Lyeth themed Might token? If there is, DM me. I'm more than happy to pay a little extra to like put that at the top of the list. You're too tall to be a Lyeth enjoyer? Yo, dude, I tell everybody I'm 6 foot, but I'm more like 5'10" and a half, maybe 5'11", you know, if I got the what are they called? The cloud shoes, you know, I get up to like 5'11" if I got some like padded shoes going on. But most of the time I'm like 5'10" and a half. We can try for Worlds. You know what? I was going to say for ProQuest season because that's how terrible I am. But Martin, if you can do it for Worlds, that would be awesome. Yes, if you can do it for Worlds, that would be awesome. 6 feet in heels? Yo, 6 feet in heels is accurate. And speaking of heels, I may or may not be wearing some silver boots that have heels in them on the 20th for a Pleiades cosplay stream. You heard it right. I will be dressing up as Pleiades Superstar for a stream. And we will be playing Pleiades on camera. Carly and I put the whole cosplay together. Like, there's a wig, there's the makeup, there's everything. The crop top and everything. So just make sure. There were multiple people the night we talked about this requested I do this. I thought they were being funny. They weren't. So, because I love you all, we have it coming on the 20th, right? Hang on, let me pull up the calendar really quick while we're sitting here. Yeah, not this weekend, next weekend. 100% coming out on the 20th. Yo, can't dress up like Tuffnut when you already look like him? Damn. I'm being roasted alive over here. Roasted alive. Who wore it better, Pleiades stream? Okay, so let's talk Tuffnut here for a minute. So this is an instant where you tap, pitch the top card of your deck. If it has 6 or more power, the crowd cheers you. Whenever the crowd cheers you, you create a toughness token. That is a pretty powerful ability, and the coolest thing about this is that, like, if you're playing against, like a Kano or a Verdance and you need some extra AB, bang, Dunsky. Tap my boy on your turn, gain some resources. It's absolutely insane. So I think Tuffnut can actually be really, really cool and can do some really cool things. Just to confirm, I was going to unsub if you didn't do Pleiades cosplay. Yo, Dave, I'm heartbroken by that. But I did tell everybody I would do it, so I kind of understand where you're coming from. I promised you guys I would do it, and I will. You can ask Carly. Like, it's all out. Like, I painted it the other day. Like, Carly helped me put it together. Like, yeah, there's going to be some behind-the-scenes photos. But yeah, I think Tuffnut, it actually has the ability to be really powerful. Now, obviously, the scariest thing about Tuffnut is this little box down here in the bottom left that says 3. But with the ability to pitch and like get the whole crowd cheers you thing going off the top of the deck, Tuffnut could be very, very broken and very, very powerful. I don't know. I like Tuffnut. There's a world. Now, everybody stick with me for a second because I'm not a brute player. There's a world this hero gets me into playing brute on some level. As much as I love 5 Intellect Guardian, 3 Intellect Brute seems so much more cool. I don't know. I 100% see potential with this to do really well. Now, the Numbskull charm is also cool. This is a 0-cost yellow instant like I think all of the charms are. You can destroy a confidence or a might token, which is pretty neat. The crowd cheers you, or you pitch the top card of your deck. If it has 6 or more value, create a vigor token. This card does all of the things you want it to, just like Liar's Charm. Like, this card feels really, really good. This card's great. I like this card. It fits very well. Old Leather and Vim. A 2 for 6 that blocks 3. It's red. If you control a toughness or vigor token, this gets +1. Excuse me. When this hits a hero, create a toughness and a vigor token. Okay, so this fits pretty well. This is pretty cool. I don't know. Like, I feel like this fits pretty well with what we're trying to do. Let's see. Is the Comeback Kid playable in this? When this attacks a hero, if you have less life than them, the crowd cheers you. If you've been cheered, this gets +1. So you get to, like, cheer and come in with a Wounded Bull. Could be pretty good. Let's Fight Fair. If this is defended by a reviled card, it gets +1. When this hits a reviled hero, put this on top of the owner's deck. Put this, on the bottom. I was like, Jesus, on top is actually insane. What does this do? Dig in. When this defends, you may pay up to 3 to create that many toughness tokens. Requires 3 cards, but it is still just a 2-card 7. Turn the Crowd Grateful. A 3 for 7. When this attacks a reviled hero, it gets +1. When this hits a reviled hero, the crowd cheers you. This card's going to be amazing and limited. What is this? Your next attack this turn gets +3. The crowd cheers you. I mean, you could play Heroic Pose into something like Old Leather and Vim, which would be pretty cool. Is this the complete set we're looking at, or only the cards that have been spoiled so far? Only spoiled so far, Tehuv. Only spoiled so far. Mostly your cost curve is 2. That's also a very, very scary thing, Jay. I get what you're saying. I completely get what you're saying there. Giving Brutes Vigor tokens is certainly something. Honestly, I love that they're doing it. I love that they're giving Brutes Vigor tokens. Don't get me wrong. Like, it has potential to be pretty stupid and can do some very powerful things, but like, giving them Vigor tokens is cool. I don't know. I think it's fun. I like it quite a bit. Guardian, Vigor, now Brute. Yeah, it fits super well. Yeah, it's backwards heavy hitters. Yeah. That's like actually a very, very accurate way to think about it, because Guardian got Intimidate. Like, if you look at it, like, a lot of like Lias cards like have Intimidate here. Suspense, Intimidate, and +4 when it leaves the arena. Like, you have a lot of really cool things that you can do. Does anybody know what tomorrow is on the spoiler schedule? Oh, so it's gonna be... So today was Tuffnut Day. Is tomorrow KO Day? KO Day is tomorrow, and I'm just assuming this because Mansant's on here. Also, like, we have Lupine Fiasco on here, so, like, John's on there, which means I'm thinking that it's going to be a KO kind of day. We go KO into Pleiades. I'm trying to think of, like, okay, so Max Ferocity is on here for Pleiades, which makes me think that this is a Pleiades day, because she did the Pleiades cosplay at Singapore. So, I don't know. Like, that seems pretty accurate. Seems pretty fitting. Also, what is going on with the chats right now? Not pulling in what we want. Yo, Pazzarino, big dog. So we have some pretty cool stuff. And then I'm assuming that we have some, like, extra things down here. Like, I don't really know what these are. What the last day would be. Are these like expansion slot cards probably that we haven't seen? Majin Bay. We got Dylan and TCG Talk down here. Yo, do we have Mitch Leslie on here twice? You get 2 cards? Yo, Kevin. Kevin getting a card. Let's go. That's awesome. TCG Ted's on here too. There's a lot of really cool people on here. Ellie's on here. I like Ellie. She's super cool. Ellie does great commentating of events. So I think these are really cool. Like, let's actually, you know what? Let's do this right now. Let's just take a look at all of the brute weapons we have access to playing, and let's talk about which ones might actually be playable. inside of Tuffnut. I just had a stroke trying to remember his name. I think Mansan is teasing a new arm piece for Brutes. He has his YouTube thumbnail up. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Expansion slots are generics, probably. That also makes a lot of sense, Jay. I get that. All right. I mean, we're going to take a look at all of them. I'm going to be honest. I think there's only a few of these that stand out in my head here, but if you've discarded a card with 6 or more power this turn, this gets +1. So we're probably not looking at doing something like that. Although it is a one-handed weapon, so you could run 2 of them. Doesn't seem very good. Bone Basher is just a 2 for 4. I mean, you should just play Romping Club. It's just better than this. Mandible Claw, I think everybody knows what Mandible Claw does. Mini Meat Axe. When this attacks, draw a card, then discard a card. I don't really think that's going to have a lot of value. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this could fit in, but I don't see it being very good. I think Dave mentioned Ravenous Meat Axe earlier. Let's talk about this one. Once per turn action, pay 2 to attack. It has a base power of 3. When you attack with Ravenous Meat Axe, draw a card and then discard a card at random. If a 6 or more is discarded this way, Ravenous Meat Axe gets +2. So you could be on like a pretty heavy yellow plan into like playing Ravenous Meat Axe. Could be like decent, I think. Instead of just being on like a very heavy blue game plan, maybe you're just like on like a ton of yellows. So that like the Ravenous Meat Axe plan works where you're able to like play a bunch of 6s and then like make the yellow cost curve work. I don't know. That's kind of interesting. And then we have Rock. Once per turn action, pay 3 to attack. Activate Rock only if you have no cards in hand. I mean, guys, I've seen a lot of people talking about playing this with like blues off the top and like Tuffnut's ability and like using the toughness tokens to be able to block extra and then, you know, like just like efficiency blocking and then having nothing but blues in the deck. I don't know. I just, you can't convince me that like this is actually going to be good. I just think Rock's a meme. And maybe that's because like my brain is conditioned that way after like watching it be a meme so much over the course of the last year. But maybe this card's actually good. Maybe Rock is actually good instead of like just being like a meme this time around. Maybe it actually matters. I don't know. I have the... No, I sold that a long time ago. I had the Marvel version of it for a long time that I was just kind of sitting on, but the cost curve is there. I definitely get what you're saying there, Crimson. Like the cost curve is there. I just don't think it's going to be good. Sending a 7 is so much better than spending cards from deck to send 6s. Block 12, send 7. Everybody's just rock. Low-key regret trading my Marvel Rock last year. I don't think 60 blue Rock is ever going to be good. Rock alongside actual attacks as a turn-ender or emergency weapon could be good. So, to Jay's point right there, if you are on a heavy blue list, like, and when I say heavy, I mean, I'm talking like, 35 or 40, and you're playing cards that matter, and you are actively trying to, like, do other things when it matters, and then you can use Rock as a good defensive tool, like, considering that we've already seen something with Ambush, it seems like there could be a good line to, like, there could be a good setup play where we're using our arsenal as, like, a fourth intellect here off of our arsenal to ambush something. But I don't know. Maybe Rock is actually not that bad. Like, I understand the values there, but I do agree with Jay that if you're playing 60 blues, I just don't think it's going to work. I don't think you can actually outvalue somebody. I don't think that's how it's going to break through. That's how it's going to break through any defensive deck. I mean, sure, I get what you're saying, Nova. I think the blue 6s a lot, or the yellow 6s, a lot of them are going to be like cards that supplement the game plan in a good way. Dedicated Rock with all blues is a meme, but I think a blue heavy version with op-like effects and go-agains to make it more efficient could be. So the 2 for 6 at yellow that has the 2 for 6 at yellow that has, like, if you have less life, the crowd cheers you, and when the crowd cheers you, this gets go again. Or if the crowd cheers you this turn, this gets go again. I think is actually pretty solid. Because you have the ability to go something like 2 for 6 with go again, and to like activate Tuffnut, into throw Meat Axe or throw Rock or throw Romping Club, throw anything. So if you're playing Rock with like a game plan that is already designed to do well, then maybe there's a plan here where like Rock actually matters, right? Like that could be possible. There is one problem with Rock. What if I block the Rock and you have 3 blues in your hand? Oh, so I mean, then at that point, we're just like, we're forced into like at that point, we're just forced into like, like trying to make something happen with the blues in our hand, right, Michael? So I get what you're saying. I think you just club an Arsenal a 2 to 3 cost. You hit the blue, you play the card, hit a yellow, and you club. Okay. Rock doesn't feel playable against low attack decks because toughness doesn't benefit at all. I mean, there are some brute like no blocks and 2 blocks, so it's very possible that like you have a toughness token and your opponent leads on like a rising resentment. Like let's say you're playing against Syndra, your opponent leads on a rising resentment, and you have a toughness token and a 2 block. Well, now you get to block 3 if I'm understanding how toughness works correctly. I think I understand how toughness works. We'll look it up after this to make sure, but so it sounds like Rock could work, but maybe we're not just running into it automatically. Romping Club. This is where my gut tells me the deck is going to like lean into it because I think Romping Club is a consistent weapon that works very well. You can also like have some like like yellow, like you can run yellow agile windups in this deck, and like you can be on a spot where you're looking at being able to give this +1 and like set up an agility for the following turn. And like, if you, so, I mean, I don't know, with Tuffnut's ability, cards off the top of your deck make the, like, it makes the possibilities kind of endless almost. So I'm very excited. I love that Dave just doesn't say anything, and then it's just rock, 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 rock. Oh, hey, John. I'm doing very well. How are you, buddy? You doing all right this evening? What do you think about Razor Reflex and Lyeth? Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. We might be burning down the kitchen, but we're cooking. And I like where your head's at. My video coming out on Wednesday is actually about Lyeth and cards that I think that are not from Super Slam that have a very high ceiling of fitting into Lyeth and being good in that hero. So make sure you check that out. Wednesday, we're going to be talking about Lyeth. If you are a YouTube member, you get access to that early. It's going to come out tomorrow morning, as long as I remember to get it out tomorrow morning before I go to work, which should not be a problem because I got to be at work pretty early. So it should be hitting pretty early for everybody on the East Coast. Hexagore. This is Shadow Brute, so we can't play this. Shadow Brute. Oh, this is the crazy thing. This is like the crazy, really cool weapon. If you're just like, like, I mean, like to play this weapon, you have to like be carrying your balls around in a wheelbarrow. And yes, it does not matter if you are a man, woman, or a they, them. It does not matter. Your balls have to be fitting around in a wheelbarrow. Like, wheelbarrow. I cannot ever say that right. Playing this weapon is insanity. I mean, I'm massive. Like you sway back and forth when you walk. Playing this is insanity to me. So, I don't know. Scabby's Prophet, I mean, very, very few and far between. But yeah, that is such a good South Park episode. I'm so glad somebody got my reference there. Thank you, Cuckoo. I've been cooking Lyeth Day 0 with Nimbalism package. Go on. You have my attention. Nimbalism is hot. I'm not a man, but I can be a man sant. Somebody get Ethan on the line. All red Tuffnut with Rugged Roller turn 0. What on God's earth was just said? So, I don't know. Like, it seems like we have some potential for what we're doing with Tuffnut, but I'm not sure. Let's talk about Verdance and what we're actually going to be playing tonight. So, for anybody who does not know, I played Verdance with Edison Yu last Thursday. I had a lot of fun streaming the deck. Edison was a very, very good person to hang out with and talk to. But this is the deck we're going to be playing tonight. I'm going to be trying it the way that Edison has it set up, And we're just gonna be playing some games to see if I can get a better feel for Verdance and what's going on. I'm very excited to see how it feels tonight. Doing well. Love the boost Puffin deck. Hoping to take it to the Hamburg Calling. Hey, let's go. John, if you take it to the Hamburg Calling, let me know how it goes. I'm looking at playing Puffin for ProQuest season. Hey, Twilights, what's up? I've been cooking with Slippy, trying on leaving the mark stuff and going back to classic assassin daggers. What are classic assassin daggers that are not marked things? I'm not sure what you mean. I really love the Weave Earth edition. I actually have to agree. The Weave Earth, I got to play this a couple of times off stream, and Weave Earth actually lined up pretty well. Edison was cooking. Edison was cooking with the Weave Earth. I like the Weave Earth a lot. Edison was cooking for sure. All right, let's do it. Here we go. Open CC, no restrictions. I forgot I already put the deck in there. And let's play some games. Rib Spider's Bite. Uh-oh. I don't know if I'm good enough to beat this deck without the help of Edison. I do not think I'm good enough to beat this deck without the help of Edison. Spider's Bite? Okay, I got you. Also, Jay, what's going on? How does the term control work in Fab? If it works as I understand it, Nimblism would only pump 3 no matter what with life. So I mean, control is definitely more of like when you think of control, we think of like slower, like choke style strategies. And I don't know. I just like. So I don't. Like, I guess when you think of control, you think of blocking, slowing the pace of the game down, like trying to like really make people stumble and putting them on the back foot, I think is like what we think of when we think of control in this game. So I think we're going to try the Evergreen and an extra rampant growth in life. And we're going to leave the Weave Earths in, and we're just going to get crazy. AB3. Oh, I'm so sorry. Lias says cards you control. I completely misread that situation. I apologize very much. Cards you control refers to like anything that is not on top of your deck. So your weapon, your arena equipment, cards that are in your hand or that you're blocking with. Anything like that is what it means. Do we just want to gain 3 life? Or are we just interested in throwing the plow under here? I think we're just going to gain 3 life here. And then we're going to hit him with the Waning Moon, and we're going to Arsenal the Rubicon Carapace, I think. Buffs do not apply to Lias ability. So if you have a, like, let's say, like, just to make this easy, let's say you throw a... Let's say you throw a 3-cost... I'm trying to think of, like, how I would put this. Let's say you throw a 6-power attack in Lias, right? Naturally, it goes down to 3 power because of Lias effect. Then from there, any additional buffs you had are not affected. So might tokens, any auras that say plus are not affected. I hope this helps clarify what we're talking about. Well, so they do banish the top card of their deck. I guess we will decompose here. Fruits, Autumn Touch, Heartbeat. I was expecting there to be a pump or something. So Weave Earth into Cadaverous Tilling. Oh, I should have kept the pulsing ether. I could have arsenaled it. That would have been very good. I was not thinking about the fact that I was going to have the Weave Earth in my graveyard either. Nimblism red into red snatch. So if Lyeth is active and like his effect is like in play, what happens is Snatch goes to 2. Oh, that sucks. Snatch goes from 4 to 2 because of Lyeth's effect. Then the Nimblism, right? It was Nimblism, pumps it up to 5. So we're looking at 5 there. This is a massive tilling. I agree. This is a massive cadaverous tilling. What do we want to discard? I guess we're going to discard the Rampant Growth in Life. And then I'm going to block with Plow Under and the chess piece here. And then I'm just going to throw Felling. We're blocking more than we need to, but... So this is a 2-2 now? Okay. Yeah, Weave Earth has felt pretty good. So this Felling of the Crown is going to turn our Hero Power online, which is going to be very good for us over the course of the game. Because it's going to enable us to do some like pretty dumb stuff here. Plus Felling's just pretty powerful in general. We only need to get 2 Earth cards, but all 3 of these are Earth cards, so... we're going to leave... Oh, it doesn't... We're not going to get to leave anything. Never mind. I was thinking of what we're going to leave, but it doesn't matter. You cannot reduce... No, you do not reduce... For people asking, you do not reduce the might tokens. They are not base power. So the way that it works, it is the power printed on the card. So base power is what Lyeth refers to, which means it is the power on the card. Seems pretty good. Yeah, it is the power on the card, which is what it does. We'll just save this and block something else, I think. So the power on the card is what's halved, and then from there, everything else is applied afterwards. Hey, let's go. Emma with the 3 months of Prime support. Emma, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that a whole bunch. Emma, it means a bunch. Thank you. I guess we're going to give this up, and then we're going to mental block here. Just go ahead and cover this up so we don't lose cards off the top of our deck. So it's not an Earth card, right? The Weave Earth is designed to be an Earth card, which is what makes it so good. We will decompose. And we're left with a mental block, which is not an action card. I guess I should have checked to make sure I could decompose there. Lyeth is going to be very, very powerful. Lyeth is going to be broken. I agree. What does this do? Ooh, since I have a Ponder token, it blocks for 3. Okay. Weave Earth's pretty good. Actually, Jay, Weave Earth could be pretty good in your deck as well. Especially since you're like actually able to fuse. It's a 0 for 3 in my deck. It's a 0 for 4 in your deck. We're just going to keep this in the deck. We're going to go Light Up the Leaves into Waning Moon. What the hell? Okay, that was weird. I guess I targeted myself there. And then we're going to throw this as well here. Yeah, I targeted myself like a forehead there. Don't know what that was about. That was weird. I am pretty interested here in just getting the Ring of Roses into play. If I need to, I'll block with the Burn Bear. We're going to pitch the Light Up the Leaves here. We're going to leave the Burn Bear in hand. Works for me. And we'll go Light Up the Leaves next since we went a couple blues last turn. Scar for a Scar, not looking too great here because we're higher life here, but still. LSS did their favorite trick, make something busted, but then give it a downside, then immediately print cards and ignore the downside. I must return to the kitchen even if it burns down the house, Chase said. That's hilarious. We're going to take 2 here. We'll block like this. We'll hit him with the... Should we Cadaverous Stealing this turn? So this is great because this is 6. It's 3 damage that cannot be blocked. So they're going to 25 at least. I mean, if they're willing to give up Spell Void here, dealio. I love the cost curve of... You talking about Rampart of the Ram's Head? If you're talking about that, I agree. Ooh. Actually... Insane. Insane? Num 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 num. Delicioso. Is this turn as crazy as I think it is? Aw. I think we're just giving this up here. Right? Yeah. Come on, draw into something broken. I mean... That's not bad. We get to go 5-5-4. We're going to put that Weave Earth with our Cadaverous Tilling to set up a good second hand cycle here. Yeah, Rampart's insane. Tilling could buy you space to keep enough cards to burn and Waning Moon. That's true. So I got kind of tunnel visioned on the fact that I didn't want to have to give up my second Felling of the Crown here. Ooh, does it get to take stuff out of my hands? Yep. Oh, they get to search the arsenal too? That's crazy. That's so good. This could be bad. So they took 2 copies of Autumn's Touch out. Okay. So 5-5-4. Pretty good to me. I'll take it. I mean, it did depend on the top card. We got pretty lucky with, like, not getting blasted there by anything. There's a Felling. Yeah, I mean, they're just... I would rather keep the Plow under and just go after them physically or, like, with the arcane damage here. Oh, mama. Not to quote Johnny Bravo too much here. I don't know if you guys watched, like, that cartoon growing up. I loved Johnny Bravo when I was a kid. Johnny Bravo was so funny. Hoo-ha! What you say, little mama? I don't do the whole deep voice thing very well, but you know. Justinic is kind of wild. I kind of figured they were on hard fatigue, to be honest. Johnny Bravo was amazing. Agreed. Cult classic. So if I let this hit, I mean, I don't think there's anything crazy that happens. Fruits of the Forest does nothing for them. This seems insane. Okay. Less insane now that they have a shelter. Less insane now that they have a shelter. But it does put us back up to 35. I guess I'm worried about, like, fatigue at this point. Four damage to any target. I guess we're going to do both. It doesn't let them pitch a blue. They have to block more. Plus, we're gonna get the ring trigger no matter what because of the over the top. They are at 13. Fatiguing us would be quite tough, but man, Emma, I'm a bad Verdance player, dog. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Ring value is wild. All right, so we're gonna play both sides of this. We go to 36. We hit them with the ping. They pitch the blue. Pulsing Ether comes at them. I mean, if they only block 2 and they take 2, they go to 11, then they'd have to go to 10. They could technically block this with another pitch and giving up Spell Void here. And we complained about Ring being legendary. So it is very funny. Martin, I do remember saying that I think that they shouldn't have made this legendary, that it wasn't good enough at L. I do remember saying that. Oh, that's so funny. I really like the idea of going Heartbeat, Waning Moon into Fruits of the Forest for 7. I flipped my lid when it was spoiled. Should have been balanced as a 3 of and weaker. Okay. So we're going to pitch this. We're going to put all these on the stack. So we got 3 pings. No shelter this time around. This is our last Heartbeat, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, I guess technically we can put it back in the deck. Oh, I see what Dave was saying now. I think it was Dave that said we could have, if we would have kept the Warmongers, we could have put Light Up the Leaves back in the deck. Yeah, that would have been really, really good. Because we had gain 3 life, play the Everbloom in life to put it back in our deck, yeah. And then now that they've already dumped some cards, we're just going to come in for 7. Yeah, the Everbloom would have been insane. This feels so sad to watch. Why is this sad to watch, Michael? We're doing cool stuff. Walking with Tunic feels incorrect here. So I'm going to block Twinning and Arm Piece. Do we want to ever bloom something back here? Or would I rather just play both sides of the Pulsing Ether Life and the Waning Moon? I can technically get something with cost 1 back. I can get a Heartbeat back here. Is getting Heartbeat back here worth it? Like, we don't have any more left in the deck. We don't have a way... We could put Pulsing Ether back in the deck. That's actually just better, right? Can we do this here? Yeah, so this is way better. Oh, we can't... Oh, this has Go again. Wait, so how does this work? Is there a way to do this the way I want? I don't think I can do this the way that I want to, right? Because even though this has Go again, I have to gain the 2 life. Which means I can't play both. Because I need to end the turn on this, so I would have to play this to put a 0 back. I could put E-Strike back in the deck. Dave is saying we should use the Twinning. To just come up over 1. The only way you can do it if you want by playing only the life side. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. You can put 1/2 on the stack, but they're both actions. I think we're just going to put E-Strike back in the deck. We're just going to put both sides. We're just going to play both sides of Everbloom in life, and we're going to put E-Strike back in the deck. I mean, I guess technically, if my opponent doesn't block this, Ring hits, and then we could put Pulsing Ether back into the deck. Okay, that's what I thought, but it's still, I guess it was still a possibility. E-Strike goes on the bottom. We're going to come in for 4. And then it's going to be the Waning Moon. Armory with Edison. Have a great rest of the stream. Hey, Crimson, thanks so much. I hope you enjoy your Armory. I feel like I could have played this better. I don't know. I'm not seeing the better line here is my issue. But it feels like there was a better line here. Notably, I've enjoyed having up to 6 copies of Germinate. Oh, yeah, it's very powerful, right? It's very powerful. I guess there was a couple of ways we could have done that. None of them just felt good enough to me, I think, was my issue. We're going to Arsenal Weave Earth here. Your next Earth or Elemental attack. That is none of the cards in my hand. E-Strike into Scar? Or do we just throw the Command and Conquer and keep the E-Strike in hand? Is pitching Twinning plus Weave to do both sides of the Pulsing Ether Moon, but I don't know if it's really better since it leaves you off Arsenal. That's fair. CNC felt better there to me as well, Jay. You draw Jam in any deck, apparently? Yo, Dave, it happens all the time. Dude, we jam it up over here. Look at this! Look at this. Jam. Jam, 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 jam. The fact that we get to throw Felling for 11 is ridiculous. I mean, the funny part is even though we had a jam hand, we still just get to come in for 11. We're going to hit Weave Earth. We're going to hit Fruits of the Forest, and we're going to hit a Warmonger's Diplomacy. Why the hell did I just walk into red Weave Earth? Because, Taylor, we're cooking. Edison gave us the spice, dog. We're coming in for 11. Insanity. Nobody's safe. We are just, in fact, pushing cards at opponents. You'll draw another red hand in 4 turns? Yeah, I know, which is crazy. Wow, double D-React to cover this up? Sag. We'll have E-Strike plus, like, gain some life or lot up the leaves in that hand, which is, like, not bad. Did I pitch stack the worst hands of all time? What the helly? What the helly? This must be all the shit they bottomed. And we've just ripped into it nonstop. These are some bangers. These are something. These are something. I think arsenaling the Burn Bear is fine. It was that or the Rupon Carapace, and so we discard this to amp. Yo. Pause. It's less than. I mean, to be fair, we have a Burn Bear in Arsenal. We could do some pretty dumb stuff here. Hey, Russian, what's up, buddy? I mean, we could gain some life. We could do the thing to put a CNC back in the deck. I mean, are we supposed to just Burn Bear for 7, Waning Moon, and then maybe gain some life here? Like, I feel like we're supposed to amp 1. Because there's still a lot up in the leaves in the deck, right? Like, we pitched one just a second ago. Yeah, there's still a lot up the leaves in the deck. We have some pretty good options here. Ring of Roses gives them a decision point on how they want to play this. Pitching a red is awesome. Whoa. Waning Moon. And now we can Arsenal here. We can Arsenal the Tilling. I mean, maybe I was supposed to save that. So are we hitting them with the Plow under here? I mean, I guess Burn Bear on our opponent's turn with no hand would have been really good. So I think we're just going to come in for 8. We will decompose. We will hit. No, we want to be able to cycle these back, right? So we can get one of the Pulsing Ether Lives, one of the Fellings. We'll get a Warmongers. And then this is going to require 3 cards. Maybe the Plow was better. I don't know. Take a card out of their hand. Does scolding in the game? When am I playing Victor again? Ooh, I would love to play Victor again. So I actually reach out to the Poch. I really hope I'm saying their name right. I was talking to them in the Victor Discord today, and I was kind of hoping they hadn't done like an interview yet about like their run. I was kind of hoping to sit down and chat with them about it, but they did an interview with Foil Degen already. Okay, so if they have a blue, they block 3. Are we just starting the cycle of like putting Everbloom and Lives back into our deck over and over again? Like, is that the world we're getting into here? I don't know. I feel like we're just like... So, Everbloom and Life for both sides, I think. We get to put a ping on the stack to take a card out of their hand. Everbloom and E-Strike. Okay, so I was thinking the same thing here. Okay, so this allows us to get back... Do we want to get back an Everbloom in Life? We have one more in the deck. Like, we could start looping them, or we could get an E-Strike here. So I think I'm going to get E-Strike on this one. So we get E-Strike back on the bottom. We're going to go Evergreen to the bottom for 7. And then we're going to throw the Waning Moon in there just for good measure. And the best part of my plan is that no one can stop me. Love Austin Powers. They're also getting to this point to where, like, the Light Up the Leaves is just going to kill them no matter what. Are they just dead now? Well, not if we draw like this or not. So this comes in for 4. They spell Void 2, take 2, go to 2, and then we get to come in for 3. What the helly? Sure. And then this shit in the game? All right. Good game, opponent. All right. 19 turns. I was worried about us getting fatigued. But we did it. You love to see it. 1-0. Good start. Good start. Waning Moon, best weapon in the game? I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about all that. Yo, there's a Victor over here. You guys want to see how the other half lives? I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that to them. That's just cruel and unusual. I do like Waning Moon. I have a cold foil one from back in the day. I think it was ProQuest. Yo, we were jam handing it up there, Dave. We had a lot of jam going on. What a close game life-wise. Oh, exactly, right? I mean, it was like, what, 42-4 going into that last turn? Oh, man. Kind of ridiculous, to be honest. You never get fatigued, my boy? I mean, that's fair. In that spot, I would have had to do something royally stupid to get fatigued from there. Oh, actually, you know what? I gotta go to the matchup guide over here. Oh no, I don't have a matchup guide. Ah! Edison said we always want to go first. Oh, hey, it's Jay. Jay, what's up? I'm assuming this is a Waning Moon matchup. I don't know when the hell you ever play this. The classic 41 life scar for a scar. Do we want AB for the chest or something? Like, we don't care about AB, right? I don't know. We're gonna try this and see what happens. So, Scour seems pretty good. I don't think we want the Weavers in this matchup. What if we play one Weave Earth? Where's it at? We're going to live on the edge and play one Weave Earth. You want AB1 gloves? Okay. We want AB1 gloves. We're going to try one Weave Earth and we're going to try Scours. We're going to go for the juice. What is this? Is this just a head? Just a temper 2? When did this come out? When did this come out? Is it, what is this? Hey, John, thanks for hanging out. Have a good night. I guess we're just going to throw the Plow under and Arsenal the Rubon Carapace. I mean, I don't know. Kind of a clunker. The Viserai LL deck. It's a pretty cool art. It's a pretty cool art, I will say that. Viz LL deck. I actually didn't buy either the Prism or the Viserai LL deck. Didn't really have any interest in it. All right, so we're just going to put an Earth card in the graveyard. We're going to go Shelter first, and then we'll Arsenal the Rubon Carapace here. Okay. What the helly? What the helly? You have them? You know what? I believe you. I believe you have them, Himmel. I believe you. We're pitching Heartbeat here for AB. Pausarino, big dog. We'll block a Rune Chant. My headset turns off every now and again, and I feel like I like miss notifications or something, and I always feel bad. I mean, yeah, we're just gonna throw both of our Scars here. You can come to the bazaar. I love how much you lean into that, Emil. Oh, dude, you're about to take my whole wallet for Lyeth cards. Is that not enough for you, sir? Is my wallet not enough for you already? So we just get to go 4 into 4 here. Feels pretty good. I think keeping Heartbeat in the deck is correct. I like getting like Verdance hero ability turned on as quickly as possible, but I think just like keeping Heartbeat in the deck for late game is just important. Jay having to pitch for a card, having to pitch a card here to make this work feels okay to me. Is Guardian dead? I mean, more. I don't know if you saw, but oh no, I don't want to close the combat chain. I don't know if you saw, but Victor won Battle Hardened Manila. I was actually trying to like get an interview with that person. Poch? I feel like I'm saying their name wrong, and I feel so sorry because I get names wrong all the time. I sound like such an uncultured American because I am. But yeah, I don't know. I was hoping to like get to like sit down and chat with them because they were on a lot of cards that people aren't traditionally playing in Victor from MPG, from Mastery Pack Guardian. So I was really intrigued to like hear their take on stuff. And I thought you guys might be as well, so I thought it might be a cool video. I don't know. I don't want to like feel like I'm poaching from another channel or something like that. Oh hey! Yo! It is, dude! It's Poch. Let's go. Is it Poch like P-O-C-H, or is it like Poch? Like P-O-K, how you would pronounce it? I would love to play Victor again. Victor's like probably one of my like favorite heroes ever. Like Victor's one of those heroes I've played more of than anything. Are we taking? Yeah, where are the Earth cards? Poch, not Poch. Okay, thank you for correcting me. I appreciate it. Felix is right. Where are the Earth cards? Yeah, Potch, if you want to like set up an interview or do something, I would love to do something like that. Do you care to message me on Discord? If you hit exclamation point Discord in the chat, it'll like give you a link to it. I'd love to sit and chat about it. Do we want to? There's no AB, so I think we're better off to like take the 2 rune chance. So if we take the 2 rune chance, we can block with E-Strike, and then we can go 8 unpreventable arcane damage. I'll send a message. Yo, thank you, Potch. I appreciate that. I know I pitched my Earth card, but like, it's just the best Earth card in the deck, right? Hey, Joystick, checking out the Codex journal. If you haven't, guys, exclamation point Codex in the chat. I don't talk about this as much as I should, but the Codex journal is a great way to like track your games and try to level up. You have life totals over here, and you have a way to track notes on all of your games over here. It's a great product, and you can get a custom Agroblaze 96 version of the journal. Exclamation point Codex in the chat, and make sure to use code Agroblaze 96 to save 10% when checking out. All right, now that I've shamelessly plugged sponsors, I'm going to turn this off.
Let's freaking go. You love to
I mean, I guess that's fair. Since it was the first one, I would have been okay to just keep it. Maybe to like let it go would have been fine. A Hunter Weapon, thank you so much for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate you being here and hanging out. Guys, if you are here for the first time or you are new to the channel, we got 3 questions we ask everybody when you're new. They are, what's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Tell me what yourselves. I would love to get to know more about you guys. Does mental block prevent like both rune chants? Or is it only one instance of damage that it prevents? I honestly don't know. So it does both? Okay. Defense reaction, and we're just going to discard mental block here. I would enjoy a video of you reviewing the victor list. I'd be down to do something like that. I mean, if I'm able to set up something with Potch, it'd be really cool because I'd love to hear Potch's thoughts, you know? Like, that's something I would really enjoy hearing personally. I might have screwed the pooch on this one. Please, let me decompose. We need Earth cards. I've learned from my mistakes. I've learned. I promise, game. I promise. Give me the juice. Let's do this. I mean, should we just block 3? There's no way that's correct, right? Like, there's no world that's correct. My name's Phil. The art got me into the game and mustard on hot dogs. Let's go. Phil, welcome to the channel. Welcome to Flesh and Blood. We're glad you're here. We're glad you're hanging out with us. Appreciate you being here and chilling. You only block 3 that... You only block that 3 if you draw another decompose that is better. Okay? That makes sense. My name's Xena. Got into Flesh and Blood when there was the anniversary event. Played Dio and got obsessed with Vincent instead. Okay. Well, let's go. Xena, welcome to the game and welcome to the channel. We're glad you're here and hanging out with us. I like to game and paint altars. Oh, that's cool that you do altars. Martin, who hangs out in the chat a lot, he does a lot of altars. He actually does a lot of the altars for my stream that I get done. Okay. Yeah, Ponder was Warmonger, so it didn't really do anything. I mean, we would have drawn into something pretty good here, right? Yo, I'm sorry, what? Bottom of the deck, if you choose, you may put an attack action card. Interesting. So do we want to pitch the twinning for the rune chant? Ooh, we're on Fellings, huh? Rune Flash goes to the bottom. We're going to block 3. I'm just going to throw the Cadaverous Tilling here. And then we'll look to aggressively get more cards into the graveyard. Would Erase Face be good tech against Verdance? It could be. In a lot of situations, it could be, yep. Yes, we will decompose. And we'll do like a scar for a scar here, I guess. And we'll just come in for 8. We'll just try to get aggressive here. There will be 0 weapons, which is very interesting. There will be 0 weapons for this set in Limited, which is really, really interesting. One thing I've been considering doing as like a content piece is like, oh, when you're pre-released with this, you know, I mean, not something that definitive because God knows I'm not that good at Limited, but just as like a sealed primer, I thought about doing something like that. I don't know if that's something that would interest the community, but I've thought about stuff like that in the past. All right, Jay takes 8, falls down to 21. I'm just going to be blocking with Autumn's Touch. Actually, we're going to take the Rune Chance here. I'm going to block with the Autumn's Touch. We're going to go to 24. 0 weapons, but all guns. That's hilarious. And then we're going to block here. We're going to throw the Light Up the Leaves because it is damage that Jay cannot prevent with the way that Jay has set up the plan against us into a Felling. Okay, so we're going to put Warmongers in the bottom of the deck, and we're going to block with Light Up the Leaves. Jay's going to be able to get 3 cards if they desire here. Just 2. So we put Warmongers on the bottom. We're going to go to 22, and we're just going to look to go up to 5 cards here. I did see that Victor won a Battle Hardened. Actually, the Potch, who won the Battle Hardened, was hanging out in chat earlier over on Twitch. Might still be hanging out. I know the time difference can be a little crazy, so might not be, but I did see that, and I'm very excited that that Victor's doing well. Giving me hope. Giving me hope. Yo, Pausarino. All right, we're going to block here, take 1. There is no follow-up, so I'm now at a lower life. I'm going to play Felling. How are you finding the deck so far? Honestly, I love Verdance. The deck has been so much fun. It feels like a Guardian that has more avenues and like ways to like win the game over the course of the long game is kind of how it's felt to me so far. So there's going to be 2 Earth cards in our graveyard now, but this is Felling for 8, which is pretty solid. So, Potch, what time is it for you right now? I'm just curious. Like right now, it's 8:50 p.m. at my house. What time is it for you? And I got hit with the Peck Perfect Tech as gravy. Oh, that's so awesome. Oh, it's 8:50. Oh, so you're exactly 12 hours ahead. You're exactly 12 hours ahead of me. Okay. So you're in the same time zone as Singapore. Because Singapore was exactly 12 hours ahead of me while I was there. Okay, awesome. It's so funny that you got hit by the Peck Perfect Tech. Peck Perfect actually looked really good. I ended up going back and watching the finals because I was excited to see. Ugh. So I think we're just going to play both sides here. Waning Moon, keep the shelter in hand. So we go to 22 because we're lower on life. We then have the ability to deal 4 arcane damage. We're going to deal 2 more arcane damage off of the Waning Moon. I guess we could have overpitched to get rid of everything, but I'm pretty content keeping the shelter in my hand here. I mean, maybe because we have a defense reaction already, we're supposed to be a little bit more greedy. I don't know. I loved your comment. Yeah, so James White, you've done it again. I love that so much. It was so funny. Heck, perfect hit Golden Sun off the top. See, that's so cool. All right, here we go. So we're going to decompose, hitting the root on Carapace. This should put us in a pretty good position. Jay drawing multiple all red hands is very good for us. We're going to get Light Up the Leaves so their hero abilities turned on. I mean, I guess we could have blocked with this. It doesn't really matter, right? I mean, we can just overpitch. It's fine. So we're going to get to play Pulsing Ether. Yeah, the life gain's not really doing anything for us here. I had not considered the Reaping Blade actually hurting us quite a bit here. Hey, Josh, what's up, buddy? All right, so it's all arcane damage the rest of the way for us here. Like, we have zero fear of getting got by something. This felling is insane. Wow, Jay's hands have been all over the place in not a good way. We're gonna put Rubon Carapace on the bottom. We're gonna block Autumn's Touch. I'm gonna play the Shelter so that we get to stay at 18 here, and then it's gonna be our own felling. Waves, what's up? I think Florian has a chance to be pretty good in this meta. I think Florian has a chance to be pretty good in this meta. I mean, obviously, you know, it's all Gravy Bones dependent, like, to some extent, but I think that Florian has a real shot. We'll go Carapace and the Autumn's Touch, and then we'll get a Scolding. And then this is just going to be 8. We're probably going to buy at least, well, I was like, the Barkskin's turned on. We might only get 1 card here from Jay. We might only get 1 card with this. Okay, being able to block for 6 because of the embodiment. Now, to be fair, Florian's not turned on, so there is no like double embodiment there, which could be really, really powerful. I think we're about to real Greed Monster here. Actually, can we afford to Greed Monster anything with this hand? Are we just going to put Light Up the Leaves on the bottom and throw 8? Eight physical cannot be blocked. We're going to put Burn Bear on the bottom. Yeah, we're just going to take 8, and I'm going to play Light Up the Leaves here. Wish we had a blue. Bottoming the Burn Bear, I think, gives us the ability to just go ahead and throw the Light Up the Leaves. We could block 8 efficiently, but I think going to 10 is okay when we can just hammer J down to 6. I would love to have Ring of Roses in play. This deck needs an Imposing Visage is what it needs. Man, could you imagine if you had like a tutor effect? We're now just leaving ourselves an out to draw into another arcane spell to end the game. Can I block with Heartbeat and Barkskin here? Is this about to be for 14? How has the deck changed since the ban? It's actually been pretty good. I played it with Edison the other night. 3, 4, 5, 6. Take 8 to 2. Is this wrong? Am I supposed to block like this and then just win the game? Does double Heartbeat just win the game? Yeah, double Heartbeat just wins the game, right? It doesn't matter. Never mind. Double Heartbeat just wins the game. We can just give up a bunch of our equipment here because it doesn't matter. And like, I don't know what I'm potentially getting juiced by here, but I don't want to get juiced by something. Taylor. Oh, okay. So Waves actually did mention Marlin. I was like, Taylor, nobody said Marlin. Nobody said Marlin. Oh, I love it though. Taylor's commitment to the bit is never ending. I love it. Oh, I needed to... There was actually there was a way I won here, right? I needed to discard... Yeah, this was wrong. So I discard Fruits of the Forest. Then I play Heartbeat. Yeah, this was just wrong, right? I actually just played this wrong. And now I'm just stuck arsenaling this. Yeah, this was bad. Never mind. Yeah, the second Heartbeat was tough, but we did just draw the out here. I mean, to be fair, like Jay's play this turn was just like was just Germinate. So like doing this in response is actually really solid. Yeah, that was... I think I played that end game very, very poorly. The Reaping Blade makes that weird. The Reaping Blade makes that weird. Drawing into Light Up the Leaves was absolutely insane. Jay, good game. Enjoyed our game. I think having some AB is probably good. I think having some AB is probably really good. Has there been any more spoilers while we've been live? No? No more spoilers today, which means we're probably just coming back to more spoilers tomorrow. Which, hey, I mean, that doesn't bother me. Listen, we're playing games. We're hanging out. I'm down to have spoilers. Also, guys, thanks for being here and hanging out. I appreciate y'all chilling while you're here and hanging out tonight. It means a lot while we play some Verdance games. We talked about spoilers earlier in the stream for today for Tuffnut. So if you're interested in seeing something like that, go back and check the beginning of the stream out. It was pretty good. I think this is a Waning Moon matchup. I don't know. Also, if you have not, make sure you check out the podcast Breakpoints that I'm on with my boy Taylor and Sam. ! Breakpoints in the chat. It's hosted over on the Card Guys channel. We would love, absolutely love, if you guys come and checked it out and hung out with us. There is not. So we're just cutting Weaverth here. We just want to be blocking. I think we just want to be blocking, right? Poor Rhea. Poor Rhea is so accurate. Yo, Taylor, you can play me next game if you want, if you're hanging out. You don't have to snipe me. You can just play a game. I'm totally down for that. It'd be fun. Yeah, let's try it like this. I honestly have no idea. I don't think chat understood how much I cooked without needing to. Oh. Taylor baited me into playing Marlin in my armory, and I went 1-3. Ooh. Ooh. Oofta. 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 That's a tough scene. That's a tough scene. I mean, Taylor makes the Marlin deck look pretty good when he plays it, so I get it. I may or may not have tried it once or twice on Talishar myself. Maybe. I think, dude, breakpoints is so much fun to film. I love like filming breakpoints, and just hanging out and talking to Taylor and Sam has been so much fun. It's such a blast to do. Is there any world we're supposed to discard this? There's no shot, right? There's no shot. We're just supposed to keep our cards in block if we need to. Draw blue, please. Blue, please. You love to see it. Yeah, we're going to bottom the sink below here. I went 0-3 at our local armory and then won a Battle Harden. Can someone link me the Marlin deck? I've actually seen the Marlin deck. So, Jules, it's actually been in the Discord. Exclamation point Discord. I think Taylor posted it a while back in the Discord. I could just be saying, I could be making that up, but I think that happened. I think Taylor posted it in the Discord. I mean, if we're able to, like, do some shenanigans here and then throw a Burn Bear, you twisted my arm, I'm in. I like to get the next game. Yeah, Taylor, I'll shoot you a game. After this, I'll shoot you a game on Discord. And we can play one. Absolutely. Would love that. I'm just going to go ahead and give up the shelter from the storm here. If the worst thing that happens here, we arsenal the Burn Bear and set up here. He's made that up, but I can post it. Okay, I have made it up, but Taylor's nice enough to post it for us. Good guy Taylor at it again. I miss Rosetta Thorn and Nebula Blade. I think, like, I'm glad Rosetta Thorn's gone. Nebula Blade was fine, but I'm glad Rosetta Thorn's gone. Like, real talk, if I'm just being honest. No! My worst fear comes to life. Those days that were, now are. Yikes. Rutro Raggy. I'm in danger. Ah! My gosh. That was terrifying. Terrifying. I feel like you streamed to gaslight me. Hates Illusionist, hates Rosetta Thorn. Wally, I love you so much, dog. My heart goes out to you, Wally. Streams to gaslight you. My happiness is your downfall. Oh, that's so funny. Rosetta Thorn is insane. Setting up against Dio is hard unless it's disruption. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. We're just going to discard the mental block here. Carly's playing a video game. I just heard her go, ah! From the other room. I'm expecting her to poke her head around the corner and say something now that she's probably heard it. You know what? She may not have the stream on. She may not hear me at all. Hmm. Unforge. Unforge. Although, admittedly, it does work out pretty well. We get to give the old bark skin here. You're in a different room? What do you mean, Dave? Yo, yeah, dude, you can hear Carly from the other room. Okay, so this is going to be for 10. We actually get to cover this up, right? Yeah, we get to play Sink Below from hand. Or, I'm sorry, from Arsenal, not sink anything, and then cover this up. Or you just took Victor off the wall so he didn't find out you're playing Verdance? Yo. Victor is chilling right here on the wall. And you can ask Carly, I on God said he's going on the wall back there so that he can be in the stream. Love my boy Victor. Love my boy Victor. All right, coming in for a big 12 ski here. Coming in for a big donut hole. Donut hole? I actually like donut holes. I don't know why I'm yelling them like that. Get juiced. Juiced. All right, one max V down. We're still at 42. Long way to go. Long way to go. Yeah, that's to be fair. The neighbors hear me yelling. Yo! Yo! Look at this here. I feel like what's his name in God, what's the Ford versus Ferrari when they're I don't know if you guys have ever seen that movie. But there's a scene where Ken Miles in the movie, it's Christian Bale. He's like chasing somebody down and he's like, "Look at this now." He's like running somebody down. That's what I feel like. But yes, Carly can 100% hear me through the whole house along with our entire neighborhood because I'm very loud. Very loud. Very loud. Ford versus Ferrari is a great movie. Primo movie. I love that movie so much. It's so good. I could not agree with you more. Could not agree with you more. I was pulling up my music on my other monitor. I saw you vaguely reacting to seeing Helm of the Arknight. Oh, 100%. I was sitting there like, I mean, Jay, you could have just been sitting over there going, "We got a reader. We got a reader." And it would have been accurate. AF. I mean, I guess we're just going to go ahead and get 3 Earth cards. We'll get 2 the first time, right? We're going to put the Scar for Scar on the bottom, and we're going to Arsenal Felling. Give me a card. We would like a card. Card. Blammo. We can decompose. We will be able to get 3 Earth cards if we see fit. Arsenal Rudy in case they go big butt and null time zone. Big plays, big plays. Dave living in 2040 up here. All right, we're going to Arsenal Rudy. I've never heard this called Rudy, but I got to admit, I like that. I like that. Null time zone could be very obnoxious. Yeah, very clunky hand. Agreed. Well, we didn't get hit by a null time zone, but you're running exactly 9 decompose cards? I think we're on more than that, aren't we? Am I on more than that? I would assume the answer is yes. Real talk? On God, for real, for real? 3 red Rootbound, 3 red Cadaver Stealing, 3 Felling. You're not on Plow Under? Ooh, Convection Amplifier off the top is Halt. H-A-W-T. Halt. I don't think we can take another max V. Eh, I mean, I don't know about this one. I mean, it's a disruptive 2-card 6, right? Like, it seems good enough, I would think. I think you eat the grenade this turn. If they have another 2 for 10, we have to because of the convection amplifier. But yeah, I agree. We're going to take some damage this turn to throw the felling. We're going to take some damage this turn to throw the felling. I was probably supposed to keep the bark skin. Okay, so they definitely have it. Well, they've played 2 max Vs in 5 turns. So we're going to take 13 and go to 29, and we're going to hit them with a felling. I mean, we had no choice. We couldn't block that one. Maybe there's a world where, like, I could have played that better. I don't know. I think this is fine. Like, felling seems like felling, command and conquer, other things like that seem like they're worth taking a little bit of damage for. So we're going to go Barkskin, Rootbound, Fruits of the Forest. Da Bears. Speaking of football, who plays tonight? Carly, do you know who's playing right now? Oh, it's the Bears and somebody. It's actually Da Bears. It's the Bears and somebody. Barkskin, Rootbound, Fruits. Bears and the Vikings. So coming into tonight's game, I was up 2 points, and the guy I'm playing against in fantasy had to have 3 points to beat me or 2 points to tie. And he had, I can never remember his name. It's one of the Bears wide receivers. Maybe someone is good at Verdance. I don't really think I'm that good at Verdance. Like, brother, I really appreciate you trying to, like, hype me up, dog. Like, on God, for real. But I don't think I'm that good at Verdance. I think I don't know. We played against the Huntsman. Like, no shade to the Huntsman, but, like, we played against the Huntsman. Florian is a very good matchup for this deck. So, like, as much as I appreciate the compliment, Trent, I don't think I can just take credit for being good at Florian. I think I'm, like, okay at Florian. Like, I think I'm okay at Florian. We're gonna say no blocks here. I'm actually just willing to eat 5 because I'm gonna go Heartbeat of Candlehold, Waning Moon, and we're gonna Arsenal the Rubicon Carapace to set up a better blocking turn. I will admit I really enjoy the deck. If Felling of the Crown was cheaper, I would probably buy into this deck. Ooh, Outpace. That's a fun one. Yeah, I'm still gonna just go ahead and take 9 and then Arsenal this. This one is very bad, so if you win here, you're the GOAT. Thanks, Trent. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I wish they would just reprint the Earth cards. Honestly, I wish they would reprint the Earth cards too. I really wish they would. Like, Felling needs to be reprinted. I think, what's the other one? We were just talking about it with Jay. Plow should be reprinted as well. Like, I think all 3 of, like, both of those cards would be good reprints. I also really think that I think Shelter should be reprinted. Somebody thought that they were going to do, like, a cool Shelter at Worlds as, like, a cool reprint. So, I don't know. I just think that, like, it would benefit the game and the player base. Called shots on reprints? If only? Yeah, right? I don't know. Like, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful, but this sounds bad. I don't mean it to sound like this, but, like, LSS reprint policy is, like, pretty bad in my opinion. So I don't know. I don't have high hopes for them getting reprinted like anytime in like this like the rest of the year or like 2026. But I don't know. LSS has impressed me before. I've been wrong before. Is Warmongers good here? Like Warmongers is actually pretty sweet here, right? So like this is probably not a bad turn. Chris, why are you laughing? Is Warmongers bad? I feel like Warmongers is pretty good. I don't think I'm that crazy for thinking Warmongers is good here, guys. You can't afford them, Himmel? Okay, bro. Get out of here. Himmel's just like out here trolling us. I can't afford them. Listen to this guy. History pack, like another history pack like reprint would be cool. Warmongers needs a reprint. I don't hate that one. I don't hate Warmongers reprint either. Actually, this is like one of those cards. It's like $80 for like no reason. Oh, did I miss a joke in chat? Oh, I must have missed something. If only Agroblaze could fund my lifestyle. Dude, next time you're at the beach, Himmel, just remember me every time I'm asking you to, like, you know, pay you to, like, overnight me cards for an armory. Dude, let me tell you, I had those puffin cards, like, 2-day shipped or overnighted or whatever I paid for to play them at an armory, Himmel. Flick knives? I mean, I guess. What is Flick Knives? I guess Flick Knives is like, last time I saw Flick Knives was like $100. So I mean, I guess like, I mean, if Slippy, Mario, and Syndra are playing it, like I guess you could talk me into Flick Knives being a decent reprint. You could talk me into that one, I think. Hey, honey, I can't afford that pina colada. Actually, Zach just bought a Leviathan this round on me. That's so funny. They released an entire dagger flicking set without flick knives. I mean, I guess, yeah, we could reprint that. I guess that's fine. Like, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Rumor has it that Felling is reprinted in Super Slam. I mean, that would be cool. If that was like a leak or something, please don't tell me about it because like I haven't looked at any of the leaks, but like that would be that. I mean, it would be a cool reprint. I would be here for that reprint, to be honest. I think we're just gonna put Everbloom in Life on the bottom and look for something better. Wait, what did Trent say? New Horizon would be nice. Why the hell would they reprint New Horizon? Oh, that's pretty good. I mean, I guess New Horizon could be fine. I mean, I don't know. I like New Horizons seems fine, I guess. Like, is there even a deck playing New Horizons right now? Is it New Horizons? Like, I don't even think there's a. I don't like. We're not even playing that right now. Like, why would we reprint that card? Drawing into the shelter was actually insane. The funny part is I drew the shelter and then I saw your message, Emma, and I was like, oh, dude, Emma doesn't know. I'm just juiced, bro. Juiced. So we can actually block more damage here if we discard this. We can block 2 as opposed to 1 here. I guess I guess there are versions of Riptide that play it, and like occasionally. And then occasionally, I mean, I've seen Marlin versions that play it. I think Taylor was playing a Marlin version for a while that was playing it. So like maybe Marlin fits the bill as well. I mean, LSS mentioned like Marlin support, so maybe like reprinting that and then like I guess if they were to reprint that and then like if the other Marlin cards they reprint support it. Shadow Lexi. Volt Haven set next summer. What the hell is Dauntless? I don't even know what that is. Lexi 2 coming, trust. Okay. So Shelter lines up pretty well. I think we're kind of at a point in the game where like we're just trying to fatigue. Ew, no. It's almost like I have it, opponent. Crazy. Light Illusionist Prism, Monarch 3, please. We don't need another Prism. We need something cool. We need a Shadow Prism is what we need. We need a Shadow Prism next set. I mean, sure, like reprinting New Horizons does not help. Does not help Marlin. I guess that's fair. You would need like other cards to go along with it. More Spectra support. Mods, do something with Nora. Absolutely not. We don't have chat like that around here. I'm kidding. Kind of. This red boom grenade's gonna hurt if it hits. Here's the same heroes for the third time. I'm not buying the set out of spite. You know what? I kind of feel that, though. I'll show you red fruits, and then I'm going to block 4. The fact that you said Lexi 3 makes me, like... Or Lexi 2, I guess, like, makes me kind of, like, nervous. Makes me think that, like, maybe there's, like... Oh, God, this is going to suck. Is there anything they can get back? They get another processor? Yeah, I think we've lost this game. Yo, Himmel's message took me out. Absolutely not. Oh, man. Emo Prism, please. You know what? I think I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Be hilarious. Would be absolutely hilarious. All right, so we fall to 8. Draw a card off the processor. I'm at least going to 3 here. We're probably cooked. Okay. I mean, we are getting Aurora 2 next year, so I can kind of see where you're coming from, Nora. That makes sense. We didn't get an AD Origins this year. I was expecting a new Lightning Ranger with one. Ooh. I'm surprised they were willing to heart there. Why heart? Oh, they didn't want to draw the Teclo Pounder. You actually could have just put it into play, right? I don't know if it's good enough or not. All right, so we go to 3. We are threading the needle here of staying alive. Just kidding, we're dead. Just kidding. Oh. I mean, that's still not great for us, but we're going to refresh here. All right, come on. We need some like heart of the cards shit going on right here to be able to like stay in this game. I'd like to be able to stay in this game. I just don't know like what it's going to take for us to stay in the game. Like our opponent has to have a pretty bricky hand here. If there is a lot of blues left in their deck, which theoretically there is, we could be in a good spot. You packing Wildfire? That would be one way to win the game. Bring out your inner Pharaoh. I don't even understand that one. What? I'm so confused. What does that mean? The numbers, Mason. What do they mean? I really wish they'd stop getting boom grenades off the top and have to play them from their freaking hand. Play them from your dang hand. Yeah, I don't get it. I'm sorry, guys. Someone just lost nerd points. Oh wait, were you referencing the little like triangle pyramid thing that Yugi wears in the show? I mean, listen, I'll start quoting. I'll start quoting. Does not bother me. It's a Yu-Gi-Oh reference. Okay, so it took me a second. Like, I forgot that I said Heart of the Cards. So my problem is that I forget that I say things and then you guys talk about it. Ew. I mean, we're probably just dead to like whatever happens here, right? The fact that this is for 7 is gross. If we could have blocked with 2 cards there, we might have been okay. We know there's a red boom grenade in their hand. Well, now we're just cooked. We're cooked. Roll us over. We're done on this side. Why? Curses. Yeah, I actually think that them like harding away. Well, no, they were going for the win, is what they were doing. Man. We almost hung on. We needed to get through that last heist, and we were there. Yeah. We were there if we get through this heist. Dang it. Dang it. We almost got there. We almost got there. All right, let's play one more to round out the night. We're 2-1. Let's end on a win. I have to admit, I am enjoying Verdance more than I thought I would. This deck's a lot of fun. This deck is a lot of fun. We're gonna go first again. I do not remember how I unsideboarded earlier. I don't think we brought in sinks. I think we did this, right? I think this is what we did. Are we supposed to play blue evergreen as like anti-fatigue? Probably. I think the answer is probably. Oh, no, I did not forget about our game. Taylor, I did not forget about our game. Absolutely not. I'm glad that you told me that because I forgot about it until you told me that. But let me tell you, I promise you, you are more important than the random's feelings. Sorry if that's harsh to everybody, but like, told Taylor we'd play. I forgot. I'm a boob. We're back. We're in there like swimwear. Yo, Agroblaze 69. All right, Taylor. Best of luck, my friend. I think this is. I'm just assuming every matchup is a Waning Moon matchup. I don't know. I like Verdance because she's a slightly more honest Icelander. You'll never catch me saying that in Armory, though. LOL. That's right. Rip that stinky Florium. This seems like aura tokens or auras. Taylor just said no. What a freaking troll. Let's try it with 2 sync. Let's try 3 sync belows and 2 shelters. I don't know if this is correct or not, but we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try and juice Taylor. He's on AB2 and Quiver. Not me though. You're built different. That's right. Talashar's best Marlin on the other side. It's so accurate, though. It's so accurate, though. I mean, I think we're just gonna go again, break the combat chain into like baby felling here. I don't know if that's good or not. I don't know if that's the best play. I have no idea if this is correct. Throwing 9 and guaranteed taking 1 card out of Taylor's hand seems pretty good here. I wonder if you just discard twinning, then felling. So if I discard the twinning and then I throw felling, I can't pocket the E-Strike because it has to go back to the bottom, right? Off the felling effect. I don't have that ability anymore. Aggro Verdance, I'm not surprised on this stream. I mean, listen, if I can play Aggro Wizard, I will. An attack action? Yeah, I think we're just gonna no blocks. We're gonna give the sink below here. We are not gonna bottom anything because this might be the first deck I've ever played in my life where we don't care about King Shark Harpoon. We're just gonna send both of these upstairs and see how Taylor wants to play it out. It is 6 arcane damage. Takes 2, takes the 4. We Arsenal Rupon Carapace. We have 2 Earth cards over here. I don't play Earth Heroes. Yo, dude, no shame, Kevin. No shame. No shame. Kevin, I'm excited to see your spoiler card. Is it Wednesday? Is that when your spoiler is, Kevin? What? My man's just hit me with a titanium bauble? That's so funny. 13. I mean, I don't like that we only have 2 Earth cards. We actually can't decompose. I think I just want to throw 6, right? So this is Pox token and Taylor makes a gold. I mean, we could block 2, 5, 8, 11, 14. I don't think that's right. I think we're supposed to block with both of our Rupon Carapace for 3 and then throw Burn Bear. So we're going to block 6 of 15 and we're going to take 9. Just wait till we tell aggro about the Constellus Moon combo on turn 0. Are you referring to the fact that I can Waning Moon myself and set up the counter? Is that what you mean? Because I do remember that interaction from Icelander, actually. I don't know if Taylor's trolling me with Titanium Bauble or, like, what's going on here. He said he wanted to test, so I don't really know, like, what's going on here. Yeah, so I remember that from Icelander because I had to learn how to turn auto-targeting on when I was learning to do that, and I thought it was super funny. It's the spot holder for the new card? Oh, is it wait. Is it a leak or an official card? If it's a leak, don't tell me about it, please. I'm over here like la 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 anytime I like hear something about a card. Okay, thank you. It's a card. It's okay, so it's a placeholder for a card I don't know about. Cool. That works for me. I'm good with that. Letting me know that's why it's there. Okay, so Taylor's not trolling is what we're saying. I appreciate that. So this is for 9. Has Taylor made a gold this turn? Yes, off the port side exchange. So I can block 4, go root bound pulsing ether, and then I can go, and then from there I'll have felling and root bound carapace. I don't like that. We're gonna block 7. We're gonna go E-Strike Go again, and then put Ring in play. Yes. And we're gonna leave the felling in there. And now we're gonna have 3 Earth cards for the next decomposed cards we bid. Okay, so they mentioned it was coming. So like, it is a leaked card, but like we knew there was Ranger support, so we knew there was like a Marlin card. Okay, I mean that's fine. Like if Taylor's wanting to test, like I'm not shaming anybody who looked at the leaks. I understand why everybody looked at the leaks. They're just not for me. I just don't like to do that kind of stuff. I love the thrill of spoiler season and just genuinely being like, pitching another titanium bauble. It's so funny to see. I mean, I might just be like using Crown to like duck the fruits of the forest here. I don't know. Bottom of Scar. Ooh. Yeah, that sucks. Could have given up the shelter, but I think I just want to have a card to Arsenal. Hey, James, what's up? So yeah, I moved Carly and I moved my streaming room around so that I could have like some like more space. We'll just take 2. So that I could have some more space. And this is the result of that. So like we've moved it around so it looks a lot better. It's a lot more spacious. It opens up a lot more, so it's really nice. So Heartbeat of Candlehold just blocks 3.
Let's freaking go. You love to see it.
Hey, Ayaz Eozzy Chicken. What a cool name. Thank you so much for the sub on YouTube. Appreciate you being here and hanging out. It means a lot. Always good to get more room to maneuver around. Yeah. So when we first moved into our house, we just set up my desk so that I could start streaming that same week. And then now, like, we were like, oh, well, like, let's make it better. Like, let's see how we can fix it a little bit better. It's Lazy Chicken. Oh, I see. That's an L at the beginning. That makes so much more sense. Makes so much more sense. Well, Lazy Chicken, thank you so much for the sub on YouTube. I appreciate that. All right, so if I block with Pulsing, well, so I know that Heartbeat's better in the deck, but it's not going to matter. We're not going to get back to it, right? So I was thinking about blocking with Barkskin to try and save some life. So if I block with Heartbeat, Barkskin, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I could give this up as well to deny the Premeditate and the gold. But I don't even really know if that's worth it. Or am I just supposed to block the Autumn's Touch, play the mental block, and then play the shelter? So it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Take 4, and then I get to play both this and the Waning Moon. I think this is fine, I guess. I have to give up all of my equipment and we're not really denying anything that insane here. Like, Taylor has a card, so denying him the arsenal just doesn't really matter a ton. I'd much rather just play it this way, I think. Need the tips against Verdance as an assassin main? Well, listen, if you're here to watch Verdance lose, let me tell you came to the right place. No, I'm just kidding. I am kind of like learning Verdance, so please take this with a grain of salt, but I am glad you're here and hanging out. Gonna try out Pleiades, though. Pleiades is gonna be awesome. I'm so excited for the Pleiades. I'm actually playing the Pleiades, like, Armory deck stream next week, so... Feels very hard. Like, this feels like a very clunky hand. So this lets us take 10 and go to 5. I really wish I had another blue. Is there a world where I'm supposed to block felling in this to block 5 and then, like, light up the leaves and do some nonsense here? I think this is fine, right? We're going to take 10 and go to 5. Ponder, King Shark Harpoon takes one of our attacks. We don't have to worry about it being the blue, which is fine. Is 8 ever good enough here? Like, is just throwing 8 by itself good enough, or do we need to throw 7? It feels like we just have to throw this. Like, I hate that it's only for 7, but I don't know that we survive another hit. So I think we just have to, like, take disruption where we can. Yeah, the 7 taking resources out of hand seems very important here. I mean, there's a world where we could just end the game here. Okay, so Taylor has AB2. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I should have went to 8 Earth cards. That was such a boob move. I was not paying attention. So this is 9. If there is a blue in hand, no, he can trench this away for a resource. No, we can't kill him. I don't think we can kill. I don't think we can kill here. So trenches this away for a resource in a second. So if it's a blue, AB2 twice and Quiver blocks 5, which means Taylor takes 4 and falls to 3 and is not dead. We cannot kill from here. No, there's no way for us to kill. I mean, we have the light up the leaves, so we're in a good spot if Taylor, like, taps out or, like, ever doesn't have the ability. Well, no, he doesn't have to have exactly blue plus trench at all, right? Like, the Quiver protects. I mean, do we have to go for it here? Is this 9, 12, 16? If this wasn't overpower, we could do some pretty cool stuff. So this is 16. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have to go for it here. If Taylor has a red, we still don't get there. But we can't survive regardless, so we have to go for it, I think. This puts us to 6. The waning moon does not kill Taylor. Even a red wouldn't have done it there, right? Because, yeah, red wouldn't have done it. And then we get to block like this, and we're still dead. And we take 10? Yeah, we weren't able to get there. I don't... Where could we have won this game? Where could we have won this game? Maybe if there was a Gorg Tome in hand? No, I agree that I think trying there was better than nothing, because I don't think we had the ability to block Taylor. Taylor navigated that turn in, like, such a, like, perfect way. Where I thought I had lethal, and then it didn't matter what he had, that we knew we didn't have it. If we send the Cadaverous Tilling over the Felling, is there a world where that's better? Taylor took 7 and went to 7. Taylor goes to 6. Actually, Taylor just blocks with the card he puts on the bottom, right? Like, Taylor's perfectly happy to just block there. So Taylor blocks and actually gains life. So instead of going to 7, he would have gained 2 and been at 9 if it was a 3 block. If it's a 2 block, he's still at 8. So it didn't really matter. Yeah, I don't know that we could have won that game from there. average Marlin game. I mean, it was a good game. I enjoyed the back and forth of it. I don't think we could have got there. It would have had to have been something done like at an earlier turn in the game, where the micro decisions from there, like, change the rest of the outcome of the game. Would have had to have been what would have happened. So, I don't know. Guys, we are about 12 minutes early here, but we're going to go ahead and call it a night. I've got a long week at work, so we are calling it a night a little early tonight. We'll be live tomorrow night, chilling and hanging out. We'll be talking about spoilers. We might play some more Verdance. We might play some Puffin. Might let the YouTube members and Twitch subscribers vote on what we play. That could be fun. We might do that in the Discord. We'll run a poll, so see what everybody wants to do. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow night playing games, talking about new spoilers tomorrow. So make sure you come by and hang out. Love to have you guys come hang out. If you have not, make sure you check out the podcast that I'm on with Taylor and Sam, ! Breakpoints in the chat. It's hosted over on the Card Guys channel. We'd love to have you watch it. Also, if you have it, make sure you check out the Codex journal, ! Codex in the chat. Would love to help you guys level up your game with this really cool product that Thomas has built and created for us. Have a good night. Take it easy, guys, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Yep, today's Monday. I'm having a stroke. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy, guys. Kyle requested 5 subs of water. Fucking weeb. It was not water.